Who
Mhm.
wins, Kamaru or Jorge Masvidal, as the guy, the only guy who has been in there with both fighters?
Yeah. So, fights is all about styles and matchups. It doesn't mean that, if I had a difficult time with uh, Kamaru and I won against Jorge, doesn't mean that, the same will reflect on the fight. But I think, there is some things that makes this fight more, Kamaru favorite for this fight. I think he's more well-rounded. He's a very good wrestler, and he's also, he had a full camp, and Masvidal, didn't have, this camp. He just got this fight, so that that's why I think Kamaru is the favorite. But MMA is, is a crazy sport. Even when there is a big difference, it's hard to tell who's gonna win. And I think that's what makes this sport so exciting. It's because of that. It's very hard to predict the fights and winners.
Now, you beat Jorge Masvidal in 2017. If you were talking to Kamaru Usman, what advice would you give him? How does he go in there and beat Jorge Masvidal as you did?
Yeah, I think Jorge will be mad to me if I say that. But I think, that what he should do is for sure do what he does best, which is mixing his boxing and his takedown skills. Because, even though he has a very good boxing, Usman, and he's very technical. He changes stances and he's powerful also. His hands are, heavy hands. But I think in this matter, I think Jorge is more, let's say, experienced. He been more in like stand-up fights and boxing fights. So it's danger for Usman, even with all his skills, to keep this fight like that. And I think, if he mix his boxing, taking down Jorge, and then get his arm a little bit tired, especially because he didn't have a full camp, then will be easier for him to conduct this fight to a better outcome for him.